Okay, so we've got a Spyderco Smock, or do we? This knife has a very nice hollow ground blade, um, a drop, uh, a drop clip reverse tanto tip, just like a Smock. The handles feel very nice. The fit and finish is absolutely perfect on this knife. I do not feel anywhere that the scales are mismatched. I mean, they're perfectly fitted. The scales are perfectly fitted to the liners. Spacers look extremely good. They are in really good shape. Ooh, I better be careful. Sucker is sharp. No burrs. That blade actually reminds me of a straight razor. Just the same outlook as a straight razor. Extremely thick blade, very, very thick blade. Jimping on the back it's grippy, but not super grippy. I mean, I think I could slip on that in certain situations because it's not squared off. It's almost like it's slightly rounded. Pocket clip is a medium. Very solid pocket clip. Full liners, skeletonized liners, somewhat. I mean, the holes in the scales match the holes in the liners. The fit and finish on this knife is amazing. The action on it is very, very good. I can catch that hole very easy. This is a clone, by the way. I have a actual Smock, and I would be hard pressed to tell the difference in this and the actual Smock. Flipper in the back, it flips great. To be honest with you, I don't see a huge difference in it and my actual Smock. The blade drops shut really nicely. There's a little bit of bounce, and you can open it with a button just like you can any other button lock knife. Timing is hard to catch just right. But this knife is very well made, extremely well made. Same kind of finger choil. That is not a finger choil. That is a cutout so that it can catch. Let's see. Where does it hit? I can't 100% tell exactly where it hits, but I think it hits somewhere around in here, and that is the button. The button itself is the blade stop, if I'm not mistaken. I don't see it hitting on the open blade stop. So here, that's not the blade stop. That is, yeah, so that's the crossbar that the blade lock comes underneath and sets on top of the back of the blade, which locks it in place. And so the blade stop, yeah, I mean, it's literally hitting the button. The button itself is the blade stop. It is chamfered right here to get access to that hole, which is very good because with that hole being so small and so close to the scale, it's hard. It would be, if this scale was flat all the way into that little divot, it would be very hard to get in there and catch that hole. That hole is very sharp. It not cut you sharp, but it is angled pretty sharp so that you can, and I believe just for grip, if you can touch that hole you're going to get it open. It's going to open because you're going to catch on your finger and it'll open up. I'm going to be honest, from the marking on this, placement and everything, I would, if I was trying to buy a smock, and somebody had one and they handed me this knife and I didn't own a smock already, then I would be, and especially, man, I'll sell you this right here for $100. I would be tempted to buy it because I'm looking at this thing and it looks amazing. It literally looks amazing. It feels good in the hand. It's got a nice weight. The blade opens very well. The grind is extremely good. It is, I mean, it looks to be perfect in everything. I'm going to do a comparison with this clone and the actual smock. I'm going to have to actually study both knives to find all the differences before I do that video, because this is such a well-made clone. This knife is made exceptionally well. I mean, seriously, this knife is made very well. I'm really kind of amazed at how good this knife is made, and that probably explains the price. This knife was $42 on AliExpress, which of course an actual smock Spyderco is over 200, maybe 250 for all I know. I didn't pay near that much for my actual smock, but I got a good deal from a reputable dealer of smock knives. And it wasn't a second; it was new. If I'm not mistaken, I'll have to dig it out and find it, but I'm gonna have to find it anyway because I got to do the comparison. Because this knife right here is the reason that I do clone versus real videos, because this knife is so well made. This knife is in such great condition, shape, fit, finish, the whole 9 yards, that I am literally, I would think it was a real thing. I mean, I'll cover it in the, I'll cover it in the actual comparison. Ooh, that is very tight. Let's grab this one, because if I tear up a bit, I'd rather it be one of these cheapo bits that I've got a bunch more T6s. What I'm trying to do, some of you are figuring out exactly what I'm trying to do, but and this is one thing that usually will prove a clone is a clone. Oh, you are kidding me. Wow. I can't believe it. Did you see what I just did? I took a screw out of the normally installed pocket clip and it screwed into the other side. That is unheard of in my experience. And unfortunately, I've got a huge bit of experience with clone knives. And not one of the clone knives that I have are the other pocket clip holes tapped. Wow. That is, wow. I mean, it's almost making me wonder if this is, I'm just going to say it. It's almost making me wonder if somehow I know that this isn't a redesigned copy and from the same factory, maybe. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to. That's I did not expect that. I honestly did not expect, because you can see a little imprint on the outside of the scale. I tightened it down. That is threaded. The pocket clips are threaded, and I have never seen that on a clone knife. It has always been wherever that pocket clip is at is the only place that those screw holes are threaded. This is scary. This is scary, folks. I mean, it seriously is, because it's getting harder and harder to spot the differences in a clone versus the real thing. So, I mean, I'm seriously questioning myself. I wonder what I really would like to see someone who can test the blades on these things to see if they can figure out exactly what the blades actually are, because this is so well made. To be honest, I think I'm probably going to shut this video down here where it's at and go ahead and do the comparison, and probably post it shortly, or hopefully shortly, after posting this initial review of this Spyderco Smock clone knife, because I'm concerned now. I really want to get in there and do a comparison with the real thing, to see what all the differences are. Of course, there's the box is a dead giveaway, and there's one thing about this knife that is a dead giveaway, that it is a clone, and we'll cover that in the comparison. So this is an extremely well-made, well-fitted, and finished clone. And I mean, I can't get over that pocket clip. I know it seems like a small thing, but I have bought so many clone knives, and never have they tapped any of the other screw holes. It's just an added expense that they don't have to do. I don't remember the manufacturer. It was from AliExpress, but they had two versions. They had one version that was multicolored and choose from which ones, and I think that was like $10 cheaper. And then this version right here, which looked almost exactly like the actual Smock. And so I went ahead and got this one and spent the extra $10. And I'm glad I did, because this is so close to the real thing that I feel like I need to do the comparison on this so that you guys can spot the differences. And if they make just a minor change, I say a minor, but it would be an expensive change, bringing the price of this even higher than it is now, probably pricing it out of anybody's willingness to buy. This on its own is still high enough that most people would not want to buy it, knowing it's a clone, because they'd be concerned about the steel. But I bet you this is a higher end, cheap budget steel, like D10, some type of stainless or something of that nature. But being as the actual Smock comes from Taiwan, I don't know if that's why this is such a well-made clone. So look, guys, this knife is, it's amazing. Literally, it's amazing in its fit and finish and everything. So I'm just going to leave it. I'm still kind of speechless. So I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to leave it here because I need to go ahead and get the actual Smock that I have out so I can do that comparison video and kind of see the differences. I think I'm going to have to study them for a while to find the big differences between the two knives. And to be honest, I don't think I'm going to find that many, other than the packaging and the one big issue on here that's different from a regular Smock. And a lot of you already, you're putting comments down there right now because you know what it is. But I'm telling you that is the best made clone that I have seen ever of any knife coming from AliExpress or Temu or otherwise. Temu, or however you pronounce it. So anyway, look, guys, it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down here. We'll see you on the comparison with this Smock knife. I appreciate you guys. I enjoy spending time with you, and I hope that we can find together some really good, obvious changes between these two knives so that you can spot the clone, especially if they change the pivot. Hint number one, that so you can not spend $200 something for this knife. I thank you guys. I appreciate you. I enjoy spending time with you, and I will see you on the next one. Your time is very important to me, and I thank you for spending it here with me. Thanks, and God bless.